How you doing there, folks? Okay, I am out here at last with the one, the only, the sensational, the beautiful, the talented Tia Burke. How you doing there, Tia? Elbows. And we're not out here with Buddy today. Buddy stayed at home today and taking it easy on the couch, so we just have Tia. And this is actually my first time to meet you out here in the street, Tia, because Tia has been really kind to us during the lockdown and sending us in videos, which really helped Dublin City today be able to kind of keep going. We would have been really struggling without you guys.
Thanks so much for letting us put our videos in. It's really
geez, all the thanks is to you. You know, and like I was actually a big fan of Tia before we posted any of your stuff, because I followed you on Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, so I was so happy when you gave us something to post. I was like, yes, thank God. So we'll find out a little bit about you. Anyway, where are you from, Tia?
So I'm from Kildare town, but I went to school in Dublin for about 6 years. So,
okay, you're from Kildare, and that's just outside of Dublin, a little bit outside of Dublin.
Yeah, just outside Dublin, about half an hour to 40 minutes in the motorway.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 18, so I'm just class of 2020. So
18, folks. My God, it's so young, man. Because like when you look at your song choices and you look at your ability and everything, you would think like you're a little bit older than that. You know, it's amazing. Like. And when did you first get into playing music?
Well, I started playing guitar when I was about 13. I joined a choir in school, and everyone was playing guitar, and I was like, well, I think I need to learn guitar now. Right. So I started learning guitar kind of in choir, and then I've always kind of written poetry and like things, but I didn't really realize I was writing songs.
Yeah.
But then I started putting my guitar to the poetry and stuff that I was writing, and then that's how I kind of evolved to being a songwriter.
Okay, so it started off first with you like lyrically before melody sort of stuff, is it?
Yeah, kind of. Well, I always wanted to sing, but I couldn't really sing when I was like 10. But,
okay.
Yeah.
And me either.
I was really bad, as my parents will say.
Well, you've come a hell of a long way since then. And you're saying you play a bit of piano as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I learned piano, I play a bit of piano. My song Spinning in Circles that's coming out Friday is more kind of piano based and guitar based, but it does have guitar in it as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And so when you're because I'm really interested, and I was asking, I did an interview with Gemma Cox the other day as well, because I'm really interested in how different artists put together and their songs and how they structure and stuff. Yeah. So when you're say writing a new song, do you get the lyrics first, or does the harmony come to you first? So what way does that work?
Normally it's kind of melody and rhythm first. So like at the start it's just kind of like a lot of gibberish over like kind of like trying to write stuff, and then the lyrics kind of later for me. But then you kind of sometimes you can find a hook when you're just talking, just like gibberish.
Yeah.
Then you kind of stick with that and craft around it. That's what I normally do.
That's so interesting, because it is interesting to me how different artists have different approaches, and they just do whatever works for them. And I think that's probably good advice for anybody. Would you agree that like just do what works for you, or would you
do what works for you, and like don't be afraid to kind of sound like you're talking just like rubbish when you're writing at first. Like it doesn't really matter. That's just throwing everything at the wall.
Yeah.
Then you listen, like you record yourself, listen back, go, this bit was good, this bit wasn't great, you know, and kind of picture it that way. That's how I work it.
Okay. Yeah. That's really interesting. And who? Because when I first heard you at first, I was like, because I used to be a huge Kate Bush fan when I was younger. You know, when Kate Bush was around in the height of her career and stuff. And so, who would your influences be musically?
I love like Nick Cave. That's kind of
Nick Cave, really cool.
Yeah, he's kind of darker kind of in his music, but I think that's what I really loved when I was younger. Like I was kind of known for being kind of weird for liking his music, but I didn't really care. Like I got to get on stage with him in Kilmainham. So
oh, did you?
Yeah,
no way.
It was great.
When was that?
That was about 2 years ago.
Wow,
so
what an experience.
that was amazing.
And how did that happen?
Off the barrier.
Oh, did you? You jumped over the barrier?
Well, no, you let people up. Like I didn't just like stage crash completely.
Okay, so you were allowed up onto the stage. You didn't just decide, okay, I'm going up and that's it. Like, wow, what an experience that must have been for you.
Because he's always been kind of my songwriting hero. For me. So like if you told like 12-year-old Tia she was on stage with Nick Cave, I would be like, what?
Yeah, it's so unusual to have somebody at that age who's a Nick Cave fan as well. You know, it's so good.
That's why my music taste was kind of considered weird in like primary school. It's like, what are you listening to?
Yeah, because it's quite varied like now. You know, it's because you commit. Sometimes you do a cover. I'm like, wow, I didn't see that coming at all. You know, and you've got a really wide repertoire of different kinds of music.
Yeah, I kind of love everything. I love a lot of like Fleetwood Mac or Cranberries. I listen to a lot of like women in music as well.
Yeah.
Because I find like I'm able to learn from that, how they write or their perspective.
Yeah.
and like their voices as well. It's a lot easier for me to kind of drag inspiration from it as well.
Yeah, yeah. And you have a song coming out now on the 17th of July, I believe?
Yeah, this Friday, 17th of July, so I'm really excited. It's my debut single called Spinning in Circles.
That's Spinning in Circles,
Spinning
folks.
in Circles, and you can pre-save it now.
Brilliant.
Yeah, basically it's just a song, kind of, it's a piano ballad kind of about love and loss, and kind of feeling a bit lost, but kind of trying to find your way. And yeah, like that song, like, I decided to release it as my first song because when I was in school writing it, like the first years were actually listening to me writing it, and I looked across the room and they were like half kind of playing the same chords as me over there. And I was like walking in, I was like, is that my song they're playing?
And how long ago was it that you started writing that song?
It could be about a year ago now.
Oh really?
It could be, yeah, nearly a year. I think like last October or something.
Wow.
Maybe I wrote it.
And you're releasing it now. That's fantastic. So that again, we'll just remind the folks there at home. That's going to be on the 17th, the Friday the 17th of July, if I'm correct. And we're actually going to do a community post as well.
Yeah, amazing.
To push that a little bit more on the day of its release as well.
Yeah.
And I really, really hope to see you out here more often, Tia, because you really do lighten up the whole of town. We're at the Molly Malone statue at the moment, and I'd love to see you brighten up Grafton Street a little bit more as well. You know, you're such a breath of fresh air, you really are. You know, and it's been an absolute pleasure to meet you. I think we can wrap that up now because I want you to carry on and do the rest of your set.
Great.
And I'm just delighted that you came out. We finally got to meet each other. Yay! Okay, folks, that is a wrap, and we will chat to you a little bit later. And send on my best regards to Buddy. Buddy is our dog. We all know Buddy and love Buddy, so send on our best to Buddy. Okay, cheers. Thanks a million. Bye bye.
Just in reach when you sleep escape me. I hid my yo-yo in the garden. I made it special, made it dangerous, so I bury it to forget. You're here in my head, like the sun's coming out. Oh, I just know that something good is gonna happen. I don't know it, but just saying it could even make it happen. On top of the world, looking over the edge, you could see them coming. Your love too small in that big